Hello, welcome to another episode of Unfiltered Moments, the Premier League edition. We've reached the penultimate episode in the season. We've got the gang back together from episode one. So we've got myself, Mike, we've got Eddie, and we've got Nana. What's happening, people?
That's good. That's good. Come to the end of the road.
I know, right?
Another season, another 9 months gone.
Yeah.
Nothing to show for all our teams. Mad.
It's true, nothing. No trophy, no medal. Well, loser's medal, yeah. But it's crazy, man. But it's been an interesting season though. So obviously, probably in another episode we'll just sort of recap on how the season went and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's best that we go into this episode and just sort of preview the final game week. So Eddie, if you can do the honors.
So the final game week. Is there much to play for? I mean, of course you have the Premier League title going on the last day. I think this is in my lifetime anyway, I think it's the second time I've witnessed this. Second time? I think so.
It's about last season.
About 4 or 5.
I think, yeah, fourth time.
What, in my lifetime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. Well, I'm not a football fanatic like you then, because I can't remember Man City, Man United, and this one.
What about Arsenal, Man United?
What year was that?
I think it was like 2000, I think.
No, that one they beat us. It was Arsenal that beat us at Old Trafford, but there was, I think, 2 more games left when we played that. But there was one in the early 90s. I think the first title that Ferguson won, I think was the one that was
Newcastle one.
Yeah.
I'd love if we beat him.
So what about the one where Andy Cole scored against Tottenham?
What year was that?
I thought that was like 2000 or 2000.
Yeah.
You lot did the double 2001, 2002, innit? Arsenal.
Yeah.
So I think it was either the season before or the season after.
Well,
yeah.
Nevertheless.
There would have been another one as well, the Leicester season winning one, but obviously Tottenham drew with Chelsea, so then Leicester won the league.
Oh, yeah.
So that one cancelled it out. Yeah.
But basically, the last games of the season, like you said, you've got relegation battles, you've got the Premier League to be won by Liverpool, Man City. But it's all 4 o'clock kickoffs, so you got all set your clocks, yeah? The two
the top 4 race as well. It could be a twist, so.
It's never going to be a twist, bro. Arsenal home to Everton, Brentford are home to Leeds. Leeds need to win that game and hope other results go their way. Brighton, West Ham, nothing really to play for there. Burnley need to beat Newcastle to confirm their Premier League status. I think they've been in the Premier League for how long, bro?
Years.
Yeah, and obviously my prediction is that they're going to start
to prove Eddie right.
Newcastle beat Arsenal, so Burnley, come on, man.
Well, it depends, because if Everton win their game in hand on Thursday, tomorrow, then they're safe.
Yeah, but
it's out of Leeds and Burnley.
I think it's going to be out of Leeds and Burnley.
But then Burnley also have a game in hand as well. So then if they win on Thursday, similar to Everton, then it's Leeds basically going down.
Is it?
But the Leeds got to still win their last game and Burnley's got... Oh, yeah, the goal difference is a bit mad, actually. Yeah,
I think Burnley can draw.
Yeah. All right, Chelsea's got to play Watford. Watford's already relegated. Chelsea, I'm not going for nothing. Crystal Palace, Man United. Man United to finish the season on a high. Crystal Palace to finish the season on a high as well. They've done really well this season. This could be another top 6 team that obviously they beat, because they beat Man City, they've beat Arsenal. I don't know if they beat Chelsea. I don't remember them. No, they didn't beat Chelsea. But they could obviously add Man United to that list. Leicester, Southampton again, not a game that has many importance. Although I was looking at the league yesterday, Southampton are very lucky that the season is coming to an end, because they were doing so good. Now they're getting dragged. If there was about 5 more games, they could have got dragged into the relegation battle.
They're just lucky that the teams below them were even worse.
Yeah, and I think they went on a good run at the start of the season, and then yeah, that just kept them, out of it.
Yeah.
Liverpool, obviously, a must-win game for them against Wolves. I don't know, man. Liverpool was lucky to beat Southampton yesterday, I believe. I strongly believe that. Obviously, they fielded out a weaker team, but still.
No, but Wolves, I think Wolves have come to the end of their season. They've lost like their last 3 or 4 games, really.
Yeah, but Wolves are not a team you want to play when you might be a bit nervous, because they're that
They're
team.
on holiday, man. Wolves are on holiday.
And they don't really score a lot of goals. Like, they're not like that kind of team.
All right. Okay. See at home to Aston Villa.
Now I was going to say, remember the last time Liverpool had to win their last game to win the title? If City lost, they were facing Wolves, and they beat them 2-0.
Was that? Yeah, but I'm saying this is a whole different Wolves team. I see Wolves getting a point there.
You reckon?
We're at Anfield.
Or even beating Liverpool. Yeah.
Nah. If it was away, then cool. But if that's at Anfield, yes, that's a done game. I'll be honest with you. That game is done.
Remember, I said this. Man City, Aston Villa, that should be a 3-0, 4-0 game for Man City. Yeah, I see it. And then obviously the last game, Norwich, Spurs, Arsenal needing a miracle, Norwich to beat Spurs, I don't see it. And Arsenal beating Everton. But yeah, that's your preview for the last game of the week, which is on a Sunday, the 22nd of May, which is this Sunday, I believe.
All right, Nana, let me get a quick prediction out of you. Who do you think will go down? Who do you think will get top 4? And who do you think will win the league?
Burnley are away. Actually, no. They're at home against someone tomorrow. Who are they playing?
They've got Villa.
Oh, yeah. And then Leeds on the final day, they've got...
I think Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford away.
I think it stays as it is. Leeds don't beat Brentford. Burnley don't beat Villa. So I think it's as it is in terms of who's going down. Everton scrape through with a draw tomorrow or something, or a win. 4th place, I don't know. I think if Norwich weren't relegated, I would have said Tottenham might have struggled a bit more. But I believe it's probably Tottenham, who could finish 3rd as well if Chelsea slip up.
They could, yeah.
So, yeah. And, yeah, I think the league is City's. I think that home fixture is just an advantage, really. It'll be a tight game, probably 0-0 at half time and make it a bit dramatic, but see, we'll get a goal and then, yeah. All
right. Okay, so just a quick preview on the Europa League final, because that's actually playing tonight. I think by the time this comes out, obviously we'll know who the winner is. But who do you guys think will win between Rangers and Frankfurt?
I'm a Rangers man, so I'm hoping for Rangers. Kemar Roof, Lundstrom. I need all those guys to come through.
Ramsey.
It's unfortunate that Morales is injured, but hopefully Kemar Roof and Lundstrom and the rest can do the job. But yeah.
Tavernier, man, he looks dangerous, man.
Who?
Tavernier for a fullback.
Yeah, he's had a good season.
I was watching like some highlights of the goals he scored that led up to the final. Yeah, he scored some key goals.
Yeah,
he's a penalty taker, isn't it? So most of his goals are penalties, and he's the top scorer for the Europa League as well.
Yeah, but if you see some of the goals, bro, he was in the box like a striker.
Yeah, he plays very advanced. I think he used to be a right mid. If I'm mistaken, when he was younger, before he went to Rangers.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Oh, he's got a brother that plays right mid. One of them.
So who do you think, Eddie, is gonna win?
Europa League?
Yeah.
I have Celtic. Rangers winning. Rangers is my team in Scotland, so I scored Rangers since God knows how long for Scotland. So I've got my team winning quite emphatically 3-0 or 3-1.
I don't know about that, you know. I don't think it'll be an emphatic win.
Yeah, I don't think so. Frankfurt are all right, you know.
Yeah, they're dangerous, man. Okay. I think Rangers as well. I see a 1-0 Tavernier penalty. To Rangers, Tavernier penalty.
Yeah. Now it'd be good to see them back in the Champions League, man. They're one of the original people that was like part of the Champions League back in the day. So it'd be good to see them back.
Yeah.
All right. So what about the Champions League final? Liverpool versus Real Madrid.
Yeah. Apparently it's part 3, but I don't remember the last final apart from 2018.
Neither do I. Unless they're talking about the times they faced each other in the last 5 years or something.
No, but I think it's Liverpool's revenge really that they're gonna be after, but it's Real Madrid, man. I'm not gonna lie.
See, I've never seen Real Madrid lose a final in my lifetime. I don't even know if they've ever lost a final. Like a Champions League final.
They have. They probably have.
Like back in the day.
Yeah, probably early 90s. I'm sure Ajax, when Ajax was dominant, they probably beat them in one of the finals.
Nah, I don't think we've seen it in our era.
Yeah.
I don't think we have. But I don't see. I wouldn't say Liverpool, but they have a few injuries now, don't they? So it depends who they filled out. Because Van Dijk might not make it if Salah don't play. I think the main. I'm gonna say Real Madrid for the main fact that I don't think Trent can handle Vinicius. That's the only.
Okay.
And with Ancelotti, he's seasoned. So what he done against Man City was the cleverest thing I think. No one ever thought he was gonna do. He brought on the youngsters when City thought the game was done, and Camavinga changed that game.
He played.
And then obviously Rodrigo, yeah.
Oh, the Real Madrid one.
Yeah, he came on and he did a mad thing. So I think he understands. He will start with the experience, and then he will bring in the youngsters just to see how the game. And I want Liverpool to win it, but I think Real Madrid are going to win it.
The thing with Real Madrid, I think if you stop them from scoring, you've got a chance. Because like that's the thing.
They've got a good enough of an attack. That's the thing.
But Liverpool got a good defense.
I don't know. I've always said City and Liverpool's defense can be got at if you've got a decent attack. You always see vulnerabilities. You see some of the goals that they let in. And you just say anyone with a better attack than a decent attack, then you can score against them. And it's been shown throughout the season.
Yeah.
Look at Nathan Redmond's goal the other night. I mean, it was a great goal, but just the way they sort of got through that Liverpool team. So, Real Madrid there'll be goals. It won't be like a 0-0 and then
to be fair,
time or whatever. But I think there'll be goals. But yeah,
you do see their centre backs. They're quite isolated at times. So yeah, you're right. If you can get at them, then just pick through them holes. All right. So Arsenal, you guys blew your CL chance, or your chance of making it into the Champions League, Eddie. What happened? What was the main reason? What is the catalyst for this catastrophic collapse?
I think the biggest, or the two main things that happened that for us to lose it, not just against Newcastle, we lost it when we was losing them games to Southampton, Crystal Palace, Brighton. Then that three game loss
in a
row. I think with the injury to Thomas Partey and Tierney was a big loss. I can't stress enough when I say Partey is pivotal in our centre mid. When he's not there, although Elneny stepped in and done a great job, but you feel a sense of confidence with Partey in the middle. He controls the game. He does, excellent, amazing passes where no one will do him. I think he complements Xhaka as well. I think when he's not there, Xhaka looks a shadow of how he plays when Partey is there. So I think people are focusing on obviously the loss against Newcastle and Tottenham, but I think it was lost before that because we could have, had we not lost at home to Brighton and lost away to Crystal Palace and Southampton, we wouldn't even be talking about this. You know what I mean? So
that would have been points on the board.
Yeah, and I think the team, it is young. People are, Arsenal bottled it. They did not bottle it. Like, Newcastle are not a joke team to play away. As you can see from their form before, City beat them. Like, they were forced to reckon with. Even Liverpool struggled against them. So I think that some of the players went in there nervous. I would like to see Arteta change up the team. Starting team, bring in Lacazette, experience, start Pepe. Something different. Because obviously, when you keep starting the same players over and over, people get used to these players and kind of figure out obviously what they're about. And I think Newcastle got lucky as well. Like, they caught Arsenal on a bad day, and they deserve that victory.
Yeah, I think I agree with you because that Tottenham game was always going to be tricky simply because it's a North London derby and you're both fighting for top four. So already there's that pressure, let alone trying to win the game. So yeah, but what's going on with Pepe though, man? Man's not even getting a look in.
Yeah, I think it's done for him, and I think because don't forget he plays in the position where Saka plays, so it's not like he's where else is gonna get looking at, because obviously the other side is Martinelli and Will Smith-Rowe side, so you know what I'm saying he's meant to be challenging Saka for that right hand side, and I think Pepe is very predictable. Like he always wants to come on his left foot. There's no way. Like Mahrez wants to come on his left foot, but Mahrez will go on his right foot. Do you get what I mean? So you always kind of like, you know, questioning whether it's going to go left or right. But with Pepe, I think he's easily marked, and I don't think he has the confidence to play for a team like Arsenal, who are trying to do great things, you know, with such a small squad. So I think he's done, but he might not. I don't know. Maybe if he's all right being a squad player, which I don't think he would be. But yeah, I think in this summer he'd probably be shocked if we kept him. We might just, you know, buy somebody and try to use him as a swap deal.
So what you say when he goes like that, he's basically looking for where his future lies, yeah.
Yeah. What?
Is that his celebration? I've never seen him do that.
Yeah,
Because he don't score enough.
He scores more than Lukaku. Anyway, speaking of Lukaku, what happened to Chelsea this season? Bro, people are tipping them for the Premier League title, bro.
I tell you what, 97.5 million of promise gone down the drain.
Mate, that could have gone towards our utility bills right now, bro. Our gas and electricity.
Yeah, Lukaku's had a poor season. He's had a very, very poor season. But we're gonna come to that. But in terms of Chelsea, I think the way that the season's gone, and obviously with the whole hype about, you know, us challenging for the title and things like that, I think that the way the season's ended is overshadowed what we did at the beginning of the season by winning Club World Cup and the Super Cup, because they are trophies at the end of the day. But because we've got to 2 finals, because we haven't even challenged for the title, and our star striker hasn't even like popped off, I think it's been a fairly poor end to the season. But the only positives we can take is that obviously we did go through a bit of turmoil in terms of the sanctions on Abramovich. So that kind of derailed us just a little bit.
I don't believe that. Nana, what do you think?
The sanctions?
Bro, no, the Chelsea have they
I said it. What episode did I say it? The last episode I was on, I said about Man City and Chelsea have players that have to be on it every game in order for Chelsea or Man City to win games and do well. And I was saying about Pulisic, Havertz, Ziyech, Timo Werner being those kind of players that need to be on their game because they're players that should be able to bring in goals, similar to how Jota, Diaz, Mane and Salah do for Liverpool. And I think that's what Chelsea has missed in their season, or miss it from their squad, for them to have a good season and potentially have taken at least one of those trophies between the 2 finals with Liverpool. So I think that's what Chelsea's problem is. Yes, Lukaku hasn't been scoring, but again, if you look at the service he's been getting, when he does get the service, more often than not, he'll score 1 or 2 goals. So you have to look at the players around him as well and say that people like Mount, Kai Havertz, Ziyech and the rest, Pulisic, need to step up their game more, because they should be, I believe, each of them should be able to score 10 goals minimum a season to help that Chelsea squad. And then you might just see a title challenge and a bit more trophies. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree.
The sanction and all of that, I don't really think affects them. Like, let's be honest, you know what I mean? Like, Roman Abramovich is a little bit. No, but he's not there. He's in the stadiums. You might see him at certain games, but those players always got on with it. You know what I mean? There was people in charge like Maria and Czech who take care of the day-to-day runnings of the club and everything else.
Do you know what it is? It's just more like the noise around it and the uncertainty, because obviously players are like out of contract. So it's like, okay, what's going to happen to my future? You know, even players that are in contract, you know, are they thinking, oh, am I going to have to leave the club? You know, so obviously it's going to play on people's mind. That's what I'm saying. It won't affect them too much, but I know it definitely played on their mind in that middle of the season when it started.
Yeah, but then is it not? I would say, is this not where we get to with Chelsea? Someone comes in, wins the league, wins a European Cup, and then they have this sort of a season and then it starts to go downhill. So are we not just, could this be the start of the end of Thomas Tuchel, or do you think with the new owner, it's going to be, maybe he's going to have a bit longer and maybe a longevity?
No, he's found out. He's out.
I actually think he's going to be here for the long haul. I don't know. Obviously, we don't know how the new owners are going to be like, but I don't think they're going to have the same approach to Abramovich. So I think they may give him a few more years. And obviously, if we have a season like this, then yeah, maybe he would go. But obviously, we need to see an improvement from this season, like challenging at least. You know, if we're not going to win the title, we should be at least like 5 points behind the leaders or something.
So would you say you? So if it was you, you'd keep him for another season? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I would.
No, would you keep him for another season?
Yeah, because I was like, someone was saying he's probably going to go. My brother was saying, I was saying, who's out there that you can really bring in now?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's one of the top managers out there. Why not keep him for another season? Because you have to remember, he's come in and realistically, he's still got Conte, Lampard and Sarri's team there. This isn't a Thomas Tuchel team from keeper to striker. So he's still got 3 previous managers that he's working with their players. So yeah, it's a bit unfair, do you know what I mean? Just to judge him off of this. You know, I think the summer window, January, maybe he can start to get his own team because he's still working with previous managers' players.
It's true. And also, like on a personal note, it's like where would he go anyway? Like what other clubs are available? You know, he's at a big club, a big Premier League club. You know.
Yeah. I don't know why they were trying to link him to the Man United job. When I was hearing that, I was just thinking, where's this coming from?
But this is what I'm saying. But I think the reason why he was linked is because obviously Chelsea was potentially going to go bust, so he would have been out of a job. So, but yeah, if we'd won that FA Cup, I would have said that we've had a good season. But I think to lose 2 finals, you know, especially in penalties as well, yeah. But we go, we move.
I know Eddie was happy that time when he missed. He's like, I told you, man. This Mason you is dead.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't even see the penalty shootout because I was out.
Yeah.
You're not his biggest fan, though. I know that.
Eddie thinks Mason Mount's too busy on the pitch.
But it figures, mate. It figures, yeah.
10 goals, 10 assists, or 12 goals, I think.
Who cares, bro? Like,
the output's there, man. You know, end product and all that.
Okay, so is he your best? Okay, let's move on, please. Thank you.
All right, cool. So obviously, it's the end of the season, so I think it's best that we sort of touch on who we think has had like a great season. So who we think has been the best signing, who has been the best player, who's been the best manager, and then also who's had the worst season, like who's underachieved, and who has been the worst signing. Bloody hell, I can't even get my words out. All right, cool. So Nana, I'm gonna come to you first. So who do you think has been the best signing of the season?
Oh, I was thinking about this one. If I'm going from summer to end now, because I think a lot of people say, oh yeah, Diaz, but he's just only come in January. Do you know what? I liked, for me, I'm going to give it to Conor Gallagher, because to play for Crystal Palace in such a team, new manager, and just to get sort of, you know, be able to blend into the team and have the kind of impact that he's had, for me, I would say he is probably the best signing. You know, it wasn't going to be easy for Palace. You know, Vieira as well. You know, he's managed to take in what the manager said, adapt his play, and he's improved, you know. And for me, I think he should do another season out on loan. I don't think that Chelsea team, there's a bit too much going on in that midfield for him to come in and get a spot. So if I was him and Billy Gilmore, probably another season out on loan would probably be do them good. But I'll give it to Conor.
Okay. Eddie?
I'll give it to Aaron Ramsdale, because a lot of nonsense was spoken about. Why you going from it? 2-time relegated keeper, all this nonsense. I think this came and it's had an exceptional season for Arsenal. Barely made any mistakes. He's you know, his distributing has been amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of there haven't been a lot of summer signings that done amazing for me. So that's why, hence I'm giving it to a keeper. I could have given it to Jose Sarr as well for Wolves. I think he's had a good season. But yeah, I'll stick with Aaron Ramsdale.
Okay. I was gonna go for Conor Gallagher as well, but I think I'm gonna go for someone different just to make it a bit balanced. But I'll say the reason why I'm gonna go for Conor Gallagher is because everything you said, Nano, is true. I agree with you because I saw him at West Brom, and the way he was playing at West Brom is not how he was playing at Palace. So one, that's obviously a testament to Vieira on how he's coached him, and two, testament to Conor Gallagher and obviously accepting playing a different role. And maybe this is how he was meant to play at West Brom, but it just didn't work out. But I'm gonna say Christian Eriksen for Brentford because I know he signed in January, but the way he just transformed the way Brentford played, like obviously, I mean, when he came, they were on a bad run. Because I remember even Eddie was like, "Yeah, they're gonna get relegated." I remember when you said that, but then he came in and he changed their fortunes a little bit.
They had lost 5 on the bounce.
Exactly, and he got Ivan Toney scoring goals as well, and their general play was really good. And obviously, coming back from what happened to him in the Euros, I think he was definitely an astute signing for Brentford.
Okay.
So, worst signing of the season.
I think we all know who that is. Like, let's just...
All right, Eddie, I'll come to you first.
Contenders, yeah. No, there's a lot of contenders.
There isn't.
What do you mean there isn't? Of course there is. But we'll let you go first.
My worst is Romelu Lukaku. Underperformed, overhyped, overpriced. Came in as the big dog, beating up his chest, talking all this. I'm returning to, to the club that I love and all of this nonsense. And it's not gone right for him since the game against Aston Villa where he scored 2 goals. It's been downhill for him. Obviously, I think he got injured, couldn't get back in the team. When he did get fit, the team were performing better. So they said, let's carry on because, Havertz was doing great up front and they had a lot more options. So I think, definitely Lukaku is my worst signing of the season.
I'm gonna agree with Eddie on this one. And I think Lukaku he really has to look in the mirror on this one because if you think about it, Ronaldo came to the Premier League and he's been banging in goals for Man United, and Man United have been shocking. I know they're 2 different players, but like Eddie was saying, he's come back to the Premier League thinking, yeah, I'm the top dog. Okay, at least show something as to why we signed you. But he hasn't shown enough. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, he's been a worse signing. Nana?
I'm going to say Raphael Varane. A lot of people see him as world class, 4 Champions League trophies at Real Madrid, La Liga titles. But I always say in certain teams, certain players can be made to look like they're better than what they are or a level above than what they are until they go somewhere else where they need to stand up and perform because they haven't got the luxury of such other players to sort of protect them or, not have them as involved in the game. I've seen certain mistakes, certain ways, certain amateur mistakes, certain plays that he's done. And, for the label of a world-class defender that people give him, I feel like he's not lived up to that, So I'd say for Manchester United, he's not been a great signing, A lot of people would say Jadon Sancho, but again, you have to give him his first season in the Premier League. His first season in the Premier League, adapting to his style of play as well. Because remember, you can't be playing with people like Rashford and Lingard when you've come from Dortmund playing with such great players like Royce, Haaland and other players like that, to then sort of think that, and the Premier League isn't easy as well. So I wouldn't give Jadon Sancho his first season and be like, he's been the worst signing. But I'd say with Varane, I don't think he's as world-class of a defender as what people think he is.
But do you think he's gone under the radar because he's had a few injuries?
Say that again?
Do you think he's gone under the radar because he's had a few injuries? Because he hasn't really played like 30 games straight. He played like a few games here and there.
As he always, I don't know, what's his injury history like though?
I don't know.
He's injury prone, Varane.
Say that again?
He gets injured a lot, Varane.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see next season. You know, people say Maguire might have rubbed off on him and Lindelof and that, but you know, it's like saying Van Dijk's playing with Joe Matip, so something should have rubbed off on him, but you don't see a change. You know what I mean? You see Diaz come in, Laporte come in. You know, they've played next to John Stones and other players, but you've still seen their talent and what ability they have. So that's, yeah, I'd go with him, to be honest.
You know, I've never really thought of it like that. Because I think he's been overshadowed by Maguire. And obviously the fact that the whole team is doing really poorly. You know?
Yeah. It's been bad all over at the back, but obviously he's one of the new signings, so unfortunately he has to get it. Do you know what I mean?
I would say for me, Sancho was very close to getting my worst signing of the season, but Lukaku just pipped him. So
all right. Well, let's see. You never know. He might make the next category. All right. So you want to go first? If you can give your underachieved, what was it? The most underachieved player in the Premier League this season.
Most underachieved.
Yeah. So the person that's come in with the most promise, it doesn't even have to be like someone that's a new signing, but just someone that was meant to have big things.
Expected better from.
Yeah.
You know, for this one, I was gonna go.
Should I go first?
I won't say who I was gonna say. I was gonna say Aubameyang, but I'm not gonna do that because I think there's other circumstances and all of that. I'm gonna go Kai Havertz. I still think he's underdeveloped. He's undelivered for Chelsea. You know, he's fair enough. He's got 9 Premier League goals or so, but there's a lot more. I believe he should be converting a lot more. A player of his quality, technical ability, you know, intelligence of the game. I think he hasn't even scored in the last 6 goals for Chelsea. It might have been the Real Madrid second leg that he scored in.
Yeah,
the first one, but apart from that, there's been a few games where he hasn't scored, he hasn't really delivered. He's, you know, been substituted for Lukaku, or he's been rested. So I think he's had a dip towards the end of the season, but generally in the season, he hasn't been, I think, you know, he's underachieved, you know, 75 million, was it?
75, yeah.
Yeah, he's still not hit that price tag. So he's another one that, again, you can look at the price tag for him and say, Chelsea's not got their money's worth.
Okay. Eddie?
Mike, you go.
All right, mine is Jadon Sancho. And I know obviously people need time to acclimatize to a new league and stuff like that. I get all of that. But at the same time, Man United was chasing this guy for 2 years. He's come from a club where he was almost he's one of the main men, you know, assisting, scoring goals. He should have at least come into this team and done more than he did. Because obviously Man United are not the same Man United. So he had an opportunity to come and be the main man. But I don't think he took that opportunity, especially for a club that was chasing you. It's the same thing with Lukaku. You know, he should have come in and said, yeah, I'm going to be the main guy on that right wing or left wing or wherever he's going to be playing. But I think he's underachieved massively. You know, he should have got more assists than he did. He should have got about 10, I reckon.
I'm going for Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes.
Yo, yeah, he's
not one of any players you don't rate.
Overrated. I don't know why people see so much great things about this guy. He just reminds me of back in the day. You know, back in the day when you had them number 10s that used to play for like the bottom 6 teams. Because I don't think he hasn't. So you're gonna make me think now.
Number 10s back in the day. I don't think it was a thing.
Like a Juninho.
Well.
Yeah, like middles were Pernambucano. Them kind of players.
No, Pernambucano was Leon. But yeah, Juninho.
The Juninho for Middlesbrough, yeah, him.
Okay.
Reminds you of them kind of players that he, you know,
Alana and them, man, yeah.
Yeah, like he's a flash in the pan. And The reason why I say he's underachieved is obviously, for Man United, he's meant to be the person that, dictates and gets the ball rolling and creating and stuff. But this season, he's decided to run around the whole pitch and try and do slide tackles in his own box and win the ball and try to do God knows what. Missed vital penalties, missed some clear chances. Prior to obviously that, he was Man United's savior. And I think he's had a massive, and on top of that, he's been so bad. Man United's even giving him the captaincy armband. It's just
and a new contract.
It's just and a new 5-year contract. So I don't get it, but hopefully, obviously, he can pick up his form. But I don't see him, overachieving or achieving what he did in his first 18 months at Man United, where he was fresh and no one knew about him. I think he's a player that, he's easily marked out of a game. He's not somebody that will pick up the ball and run past you and do stuff like that. And that's what I look for in that. I know it's cliche, like I know what I like, and I don't think he's somebody that I think he's that. Even Portugal, a team like Portugal, for them to drop you and play players ahead of you when you was the main man at Man United for, I think it was the Euros. He didn't really start as many games as people thought he would and stuff like that. So I think his true colours are showing. And I think next season, you probably see him playing more of a centre mid role rather than a 10. That's what I believe. But yeah, he's the most underachieved player.
Okay. All right. So who do we think has been the player of the season?
I will say, I know everyone's gonna go for Salah, but I think Kevin De Bruyne has been the player of the season for me. The start of the season, everyone was like, "Where's De Bruyne?" But he had a few injuries. He was coming back from, some injuries. I think he had COVID as well at some stage. But I think the last 4 or 5 months, we've seen he is the best player in the Premier League without a shadow of a doubt in terms of ability, in terms of performance. There's nothing that this kid can't do. I think, like, obviously we're gonna hear later on, but he was very close to obviously my all-time 11, because I think he's the only player in his era that can shake it up. Obviously you got CR7 as well, but he's the only player in this era that can, make it or shake. Like, people have thoughts about, this guy has got to be in the greatest Premier League teams of all time. But yeah, to Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay. Nana?
I'm gonna go for Sonaldo, Human Son Perrion. He's been I think this guy, they said it the other day, I think it's the team that he plays for and the competitions that he's in, that's why he doesn't get spoken about. But his since he's come to the Premier League from Leverkusen, he's delivered season in, season out. He, next to Harry Kane, he takes that Tottenham team to another level. He's been consistent. He's literally 1 goal behind Salah this season. I think he's, player of the season, especially with Harry Kane's dip earlier on in the season. He was carrying Tottenham, still scoring goals, still a vital player. And obviously, he probably got Harry Kane, and that's about it in terms of someone he plays with real quality. But I think he's a great player, to be honest. I think he'd be wanted by anyone. I'm a bit surprised why no one ever goes in for him, but I guess there's certain players where you just know that he's not, the club's not going to budge, so I don't think you waste your time. But if he became available, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern, they all go after him. Everyone goes after him. So for me, I think Human Son, definitely.
Well, you said it all, because I was going to say Son as well. Yeah. But I was going to say, everything you said, I agree with. I really don't know why people don't rate him highly than they do now. Because he's a great finisher. But I mean, one of the things I like about him, and I know like people should show ambition and, try and move to different clubs and win trophies and stuff. But at the same time, you have to rate people that stay at a club and perform consistently and are like adored by the fans, and they're like an icon at the club. Like, if you're an icon, besides obviously wanting to win trophies elsewhere or whatever, I think you should stay at that club and just give 110%. Like, if you look at someone like Totti, Del Piero, like they didn't really play for other clubs. but
No,
they're like icons for their clubs. Maldini,
no,
Zanetti, like all these
no.
players, they're still great players. And Son could be that player for Tottenham. Obviously,
Gotta
they were
stop you.
just
Stop saying what you're
why are you
saying.
stopping me?
Because them players you just mentioned won trophies. Stop what you're saying.
Yeah, but they still stayed at the one club.
Yes. But
Totti,
there's
how
no
many trophies? Totti only won like 2 trophies.
Who told you that?
He only won 1 league.
Okay.
And then probably won like a Coppa Italia or something. But he didn't win a lot.
That is still winning trophies, Michael.
Yeah. But you're going on like he won like multiple. But I'm just saying that, yeah, people should rate him more. And obviously everything Nano was saying, I agree with. So Heung-min Song is my player of the season.
I think it's diabolical. You lot saying he's a player of the season. Why? Because he scored 21 goals.
So I
think it's diabolical. You lot saying he's player of the season because Ronaldo should be higher than him because Ronaldo just came in the Premier League. He's 37. He's playing in a team where they're not performing very well, and he scored 18 goals. Heung-min Song is in a team that caters to him.
But we know that. But Ronaldo,
yeah,
by his age, everyone knows Ronaldo's abilities, though.
We all know
you can't say Ronaldo's coming. He's got an 18.
Yeah.
And then people always say he's in a Manchester United team, so he should be getting goals anyway. So you can't really, give him that edge over Son, whereas Son's in a Tottenham
and when
team.
Kane had a dip in form,
him and Harry Kane. Yeah. Apart from that, Stephen Birdwan ain't doing nothing. Lucas Moura ain't doing nothing. They ain't got no other striker. So you know what I mean?
Okay.
And when Kane had a dip in form, Son was still performing. Like he performs like almost every week.
No worries, but don't bring Totti and that into that because
no. I'm just giving an example of players that stayed at clubs. Okay, let's say Mark Noble. I'll say Mark Noble.
Yeah,
he's the last one. Mark Noble's the last one.
Alan Shearer won stuff.
He won one.
No, but obviously not at Newcastle.
He won one trophy.
But he won something.
But Son's only 30. He can still win a trophy. Okay. He signed a 4-year extension. He could still win a trophy. So
hence, I said about his ambition. Someone like Declan Rice is trying to leave West Ham because he knows he needs something doing. Harry Kane tried to leave.
If no one talks about Declan Rice, does he try to leave West Ham? A lot of these players, if someone doesn't come in for them, they're staying. I'm telling you that now. Imagine back in the day, someone came for Mark Noble. You think he would have still stayed at West Ham? Let's be honest.
Yes,
that's true.
No, yes. I think these players, they hear clubs want them and then they want to go. Remember, he got released from Chelsea.
Steven Gerrard.
What about him?
Steven Gerrard?
Man, AC Milan wanted him. Chelsea wanted him. He stayed.
I don't know about AC Milan. I heard the Chelsea one. He actually came close. It fell through. It fell because of something. But he would have left Liverpool. So,
well, let's stop this all ifs and buts. Yeah, when Kane was trying to leave Tottenham, Son should have been trying to leave Tottenham as well because he should have. But when you say he's 30, bro, 30 is a mad age for a footballer. You could go on like next season he might have lost a yard of speed, and that could be all the difference. We don't know. So when you turn 30 as a footballer, you can have a serious injury. You don't know what's going to happen.
You can. You can still be on the bench and win a trophy.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on.
But yeah. All right, cool. So, guys, manager of the season. Who you picking?
I'm gonna give it to Klopp. He's trophies. He could potentially win the Champions League and the Premier League. I think that's an amazing feat.
Okay. I'll give it to David, just because I was gonna say Patrick, but we need to see second season syndrome. I'll give it to Moyes just because I've seen consistency from him within that West Ham. Even when he went there first, steered them away from relegation. They tried to think that they could do better, and then they turned back to him. And he still managed to mold that team and then take them to the brink of a European final, which I think they overachieved and, punched above their weight. And I think they've probably reached their limit now where there'll probably be a come down now, but he's been consistent. So I'll give it to David Moyes.
All right. I'm going to give it to Eddie Howe. Because I would have given it to Patrick Vieira as well, but I think in terms of results and how far Newcastle have come, Eddie Howe for sure, because the players that he bought, if they were already at Newcastle, you wouldn't even tell the difference because they're the same kind of players. The only superstar player he bought was Bruno. But what he did for Newcastle, because they were bottom of the league, and he steered them away from relegation, like with good results, good defense. They were scoring goals. Because no one expected Eddie Howe to come in and do what he's done. I think they probably still thought they'll be fighting relegation, but they'll just about make it out of the relegation zone. But he's got them like, I think it's like about 12 or 14 points away from relegation. So for me, it's Eddie Howe, but definitely a mention to Patrick Vieira, because to come in and just change the way Crystal Palace play, from how they played for like the last 4 years, he's done well. But yeah, we'll see how he does next season.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but you said manager of the season. Eddie Howe's only been there since what, January or late December?
Are we talking about from August then?
Yeah, it's manager of the season, bro. It's not manager of
for me.
The year.
For me, Thomas Frank, Brentford manager.
Okay.
Eddie's face.
I said okay. What you have to say?
Yeah, he's my manager of the season.
Okay. Yeah, Chelsea should get him.
Nah, we're happy with Tuchel. In Tuchel, we trust. All right. All right, cool. So who will be the contenders for the Premier League next season?
Same old.
Liverpool, Man City. Maybe. I think the top 6 plus Newcastle. Let's put it that way.
Do you think it's going to be
plus Newcastle?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be a little bit closer?
No,
I think it's going to be a 2-horse race again.
I don't think. I personally don't think it's going to be a 2-horse race. I don't think it's going to be a 2-horse race. I think it's going to be a 4-horse race. But I don't know who the 4 are going to be. But it's going to be them 7 teams that I've mentioned.
So you think it will be closer?
No, as in,
if it's a 4-horse race, that means as in closing the gap. Obviously, we know Liverpool and City are like way ahead. So I'm saying the teams below, are they going to close the gap where they're like either finishing 5 points ahead, 5 points behind, or even they may even finish ahead of one of those 2 teams?
It won't be 5 points. It'll probably be maximum 8 to 10 points. But I think it's going to be a closer run because Liverpool and City will drop more points than they have this season. That's what I believe. I think next season is going to be an incredible season.
Okay.
And potentially Liverpool or City might not win the league.
Okay. Where do you think Man United will finish, Nana? How do you see their chances?
I think the same. I think if we get top 4, it will be a bonus. But I think there's too many problems, and I'm hoping Ten Hag brings in and implements his style of play. You know, I hope he comes in like Klopp and Pep and is hard-headed and wants to play his way and tries to get the players, or otherwise they just don't play, and he sort of persists with his philosophy and his way of playing. But I would say we probably finish a 5th or a 6th.
Okay. Cool.
I think
Conte might do a decent summer, and then they've got more stability in Harry Kane and Son. Should Harry Kane stay, probably have more consistent results. And
if they sign Kulusevski on a permanent deal, I mean he improved their front line as well. I mean Mora was a bit weak in terms of end product.
Again, he's a player that no one really knew. Now they know him. We'll see what he does next year if he signs.
Kulusevski?
Yeah.
No, I was watching him at Juve. I've been watching him for a while.
Bro, Juve won't let you go if you're an exceptional player, bro.
But come on, we know how Juve. Yeah, so but they let Dybala's contract finish. So you telling me he's not a great player?
Dybala has not been performing for Juve for like 3 years.
Would you take him at Arsenal and United?
Who? Dybala. No.
What about you, Nana?
At United?
Yeah.
They have to.
Yeah, I don't mind. Under Ten Hag.
Like, he can't be any worse than Bruno Fernandes, bro.
Wow. So what is he? Number 10? I thought he was a striker.
He's a 10.
He's a 10. Yeah, he's a 10. I think he can play across the front line and that, but yeah. I'll take him.
Okay.
You know how Man United, they like taking superstars that require higher wages for no reason.
No, that's just a club and their wage and how they do the wage structure, you know.
I'm sure you'll take Giorgio Chiellini as well.
Nah.
You would.
That's an Arsenal signing. That'd be an Arsenal signing.
Arsenal signing.
To get experience at the back.
Nah, not anymore, mate.
All right, so to close the final episode, all three of us, we're going to name our all-time Premier League 11 from goalkeeper all the way through to forward. So, Nana, let's start off with your all-time 11, please.
Okay, I would go Peter Cech in goal. Left back, Ashley Cole. Right back, Gary Neville. My centre backs would be Vidic and Rio. In the midfield, I would have Claude Makelele with Frank Lampard. And on the left, Ian Robben. On the right, David Beckham. And then my two up front would be Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney.
Okay.
Don't forget everyone comment below, yeah, and how shocking that is.
All right, Eddie, give us yours.
All right, my all-time Premier League team. I'll have Van der Sar in goal. I'm playing 3 at the back. Rio Ferdinand, Sol Campbell, John Terry. I'm playing 5 in midfield. So I'm playing 2 defensive midfielders, wingers, and then a cam. So my defensive mids are Vieira and Yaya Toure. On the left wing, Ryan Giggs. Perez was close, but I think Giggs obviously pips him. On the right, CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo. My attacking mid, again, I was going to say De Bruyne, but I think Dennis Bergkamp gets my vote for that. And up front, arguably the most magnificent strike force that this would be, Suarez and Thierry Henry.
Okay. So yeah, guys, don't forget to comment below on your opinions on what you think of the all-time 11 of Eddie and Nana.
Whose team would win? No, Mike, what's yours?
My team will win the league. I can guarantee you that.
Let me give mine then. So in goal, I'd have Petr Cech. Left back will be Ashley Cole. Right back will be Cesar Azpilicueta. Centre back, this was a tough one, but I'm going for leadership and defensive qualities. I'm going for Company and Terry. I would have put Rio in there because he's a baller, but I'm going for leadership. That's why I picked them two. And then I'd have in midfield Yaya Toure, Gerrard, and David Silva. And then up front, I'd have Ronaldo, Rooney, and Henry. I haven't actually put them in any sort of position, but yeah, that's I'm playing 4-3-3.
Bruv.
I think that team's winning the league.
My team is destroying you lot.
That team is winning the league straight.
My team, bro, you don't understand. My team is mad.
How you say it's mad?
How you leaving Henry out of your team? Giggs.
I've got Rooney and Ronaldo.
Yeah, I don't know how you left out
Henry.
I don't know how you left out Henry.
I'm not short of goals up front, bros.
You left out Ian Robben, the most injury-prone players ever.
Yeah, that was
You're talking about like Yaya didn't get injured. What are you talking about?
Yaya Toure.
You're talking about like he didn't get injuries himself.
No, but he was not injury-prone.
Bros, Robben is a serious guy. Beckham's getting you mad assists.
Beckham.
Robben will get you goals.
Man said Beckham over CR7.
Who?
Over Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's in there. Ronaldo's up top.
Who? Who's up top for you, Mike?
Ronaldo, Rooney, and Henry.
Yeah, so what was Eddie saying? We both picked CR7 and Rooney.
Oh, you picked Mike, you put Rooney over Suarez.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God. Okay.
I think I went for ability, longevity, and goals.
Yeah, exactly.
Suarez,
those are consistent scoring players.
No. He didn't go for ability, longevity, and goals because Company's longevity is not there.
we're not talking about different. Well, for the forward line, yeah.
But you can't change. That's what I'm saying. My team, yeah, they all had at least 6 years. At least.
Wait, how long was Van der Sar at Man United?
Time.
That-
Plus, he went to Fulham.
Came from Fulham.
Oh yeah.
And then
I'll
you-
allow you.
what,
Allow you.
20
I'll allow you.
2010?
What do you mean you allow me? I allow you to pick that dead team. Blood.
Shut up, man.
You men are terrible,
Really,
bro.
Company and Terry. Nah, my back four is solid.
What?
That's
I've
what
got
I
Rio
think.
Ferdinand.
Vidic and
Oh,
Ferdinand in the
Campbell.
middle, Ashley Cole left back, and Gary Neville as a right back. You're telling me that's some dead defense?
Bro, I've got Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah.
So Campbell and John Terry.
Bros.
No one is
three at the
beating
back,
them
yeah.
players.
And who's your wing back?
Wait, who's your wing backs?
I don't do wing backs. I'm playing three
Exactly.
at the
So you done a madness.
You're getting exposed.
That's what I'm
back.
saying, bro.
But that's why I've got Yaya Toure and Vieira defensive mids. They're just sitting.
You didn't say? Did you say Vieira? I thought you said
Yes, you
David
did.
Silva, Yaya Toure.
No, that was me. I said that. I said David Silva,
Okay.
Yaya Toure, and Gerrard.
Okay.
Anyway, like, comment, let us know what you think. Because bruv,
Let us know.
if this was FIFA, I'm just showing you, man.
You know the mad thing, yeah. If you look at all them Premier League titles, if you look at all their players and how many leagues they have, I think my team has the most.
That's impossible because I've got gigs. None of you've got gigs.
You can say that's impossible. And I've got Rooney and Ronaldo. I've got Vidic and Ferdinand.
I've got
I got
gigs.
Company and Terry.
I've got gigs. Do you know what that means?
Yes, I get what you're saying, Eddie. But that's obviously one player to say that he collects the majority of the time.
I've got Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah. So have I.
I've got CR7.
You've got Yaya
Right.
Toure.
I've got Yaya Toure. Come on, man. Let's not be stupid, bro. Like,
I've
let's-
got
We've all,
Frank Lampard,
listen,
who's
we've
won
all
more
got
league
Premier
titles than
League
him.
winners, man. We've all got Premier League winners. That settles the debate. But anyway, guys, it's been a long season, man. We come to the end. We've been consistent. You know, we've been doing this thing since first of August. I think we started. That was the first episode. So obviously, a big thank you to everyone that's tuned in, that's shared, that's liked, and that's actually subscribed to the channel and the podcast. We thank you. Big thank you to all the guests that have come on over the season. And obviously, you, man, thank you for gracing us with your presence. You know, we started this thing together. Hopefully, next season we can switch things up and bring more content. Any final words?
And bring better 11s, bro. Ian Robin. God. You must have said Damien Duff. Bro, Damien Duff, Jesper Gronkia. You need them players there, man. I said,
If someone named them, you still would have said they were dead, bro. Why didn't Robert Pires make your list?
Eddie's not going to agree with anyone.
Where's Freddie Lundberg in your team?
No, but I said Giggs beat Perez. Like, he pipped him. I was going to pick Perez, but Giggs, you get me? His accomplishments were undeniable. No one picked Cesc Fabregas. No one, do you know what I mean?
Why didn't you pick Aguero? Why did you pick Suarez?
Because I think Suarez is more of an overall player than Aguero. I think Suarez can do everything. Aguero can't do everything.
What about Dennis Bergkamp?
He's in my
He's an
team.
overall- he
He's
can
my
do it,
10.
huh?
No,
He's my
you
10.
didn't mention
You didn't
Bergkamp.
say him.
Bro, my midfield is Giggs on the left, CR7 on the right, Yaya Toure and Vieira in defensive midfielders, and Bergkamp behind Henry and Suarez. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I said I could have picked De Bruyne, but I'm picking Bergkamp.
But Gerrard didn't make anyone. Scholes didn't make anyone. See, there's certain players we left out. So that's just how hard it is to pick an 11.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddies.
All I know is I have 20 man, a man who scores 20 goals season in, season out in Frank Lampard. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well done.
Yeah,
All right, man. Peace out, people.
All right, man. Cool.
Yeah, all right, take care.
A-Town.